2008 gave the world GTA 4, Fallout 3, Dead Space. But one game achieved what the giants didn't. It proved that co-op could deliver not only emotions but millions. Left 4 Dead became a gold mine for Valve. Yet it all began with a team simply tired of playing Counter-Strike. Turtle Rock Studios was a small California studio founded by Michael Booth. In the early 2000s, they earned little, around $1 to $2 million a year from contracts. But everything changed in 2004. Valve assigned them to refine Counter-Strike, Source, and the game exploded in popularity. Turtle Rock received one of their biggest contracts, about $250,000 plus bonuses. But the success burned the team out. They spent days testing Counter-Strike until they realized, we're tired of fighting each other. We want to play together. That's how the first Left 4 Dead prototype was born. It cost the studio less than $20,000, yet it gave the industry more than projects with budgets in the hundreds of millions. It was a CS-hesitant face map darkened with filters, with bots turned into zombies, but the effect was instant. Valve employees who tried it immediately got hooked. Gabe Newell saw the demo and understood. This wasn't just a project, it was a potential hit. Valve invested around $10 million into development, which in 2005 was an insane amount for a co-op shooter from a small studio. Turtle Rock received everything: money, freedom, and Valve's full support. And at that moment, no one realized, a future phenomenon was being born, one that would sell millions of copies. When Turtle Rock were already experimenting with darkness, zombie bots and co-op in CS Hesitant Face, one thing changed everything: the film 28 Days Later. Chris Ashton brought the DVD to the office, and the team saw something games had never shown before. Infected who don't slowly wander, but sprint like trained athletes. This became the foundation of Left 4 Dead. Boyle showed that the fear of the 21st century isn't Cold War slow zombies, but raw aggression and loss of control. The developers transferred this idea into the prototype. Bots began jumping, swarming, chasing players. The effect was so strong that Valve employees kept asking for just 30 more minutes with the build. After the first internal demo, Gabe Newell made Turtle Rock an offer they couldn't refuse. Valve buys the project and gives them full creative freedom. The deal is estimated at $15 million. Including cash, stock options, and support budget, a rare luxury for a studio of this size. From that moment, the real development began. Valve brought in their best people, the writers of Half-Life and Portal, Source Engine artists, and analysts who were tasked with creating the most replayable co-op game ever made. The team created a new map, No Mercy, built from reworked CS Hesitant Face assets. It was only one level, but it became legendary. Early internal tests showed players stayed in the prototype for 30 to 60 minutes, which was unheard of for such an early build. Valve understood this project would make money, and they started marketing long before release. Heavy checkmark internal promotion in Steam. Heavy checkmark early Source Engine teasers. Heavy checkmark pushing co-op as the future trend. Meanwhile, Turtle Rock were building the thing that would flip the entire industry. The AI director, the system that would later multiply retention and sales. To make the game endlessly replayable and profitable for years, Turtle Rock and Valve created something the industry had never seen. The AI director, a system that decides when to throw a horde at players, when to give a medkit, and when to let them breathe. At first, developers wanted the classic approach. Scripts, fixed spawn points, preset encounters. But after 2 to 3 tests it became obvious. Experienced players would memorize everything in a day. No replayability, no retention, weak sales. Valve set a clear goal. Make the game infinitely replayable so players spend dozens of hours in it, which boosts DLC sales, discounts revenue, and viral growth. The AI director became the answer. The system analyzes team health, tracks movement speed, monitors stress, repositions infected every match, controls pacing like a film director. What used to take weeks of manual work now took 5 minutes of generation. Valve immediately calculated the profit. Less cost, more content, more sales. According to internal Valve estimates, the AI director reduced campaign development costs by 40 to 50%. But there was a second effect. After implementing the system, average play sessions increased from 18 minutes to 42 minutes. And in Steam metrics, long sessions equals money. If the player stays for almost an hour, they will buy DLC, invite friends, leave reviews, return again. For Valve, that means big revenue. The numbers confirm it. Valve's 2008 to 2009 financial data showed that Left 4 Dead became one of the top 3 most profitable releases on Steam that year, behind only Team Fortress and the Orange Box. Sales surpassed 1 million copies in just 2 weeks, a massive result for that era. Without the AI director, Left 4 Dead would have died like most co-op shooters. The system became the heart of the game and its biggest marketing weapon. The next step was the element that hooked players emotionally: the Special Infected. They closed major design gaps and increased tension by 3 to 4 times. When the first prototype tests were done inside Turtle Rock, one massive problem became obvious. The game was too easy and too chaotic at the same time. Common Infected created noise and action, but they required no tactics. It didn't force players to stay together. It didn't create emotional peaks. And most importantly, didn't keep players in the game for long. According to Valve, the average play session before Special Infected was only 12 to 15 minutes. For a co-op shooter, that's a disaster. Such a game doesn't sell DLC and doesn't keep a community alive. That's when the idea was born. Create enemies that break rules, disrupt pacing, and force teamwork. So emerged a boomer, smoker, a hunter, tank, a witch. Each one was created to solve a specific design problem. Boomer, punishment for shooting mindlessly. His bile summoned hordes and made positioning matter. Smoker, break the team. He dragged a solo player away, the team had to regroup, cohesion restored. Hunter, punishment for rushing ahead. Meeting him alone was almost always fatal. Tank, the one who creates the tension peak. Valve calculated his timing mathematically. Early tests showed that his TTK, time to kill, had to be 18 to 23 seconds. Otherwise players stopped feeling real danger. Witch, a pacing tool. She forced players to switch from action to stealth. The results appeared instantly. Average session length jumped from 15 to 37 minutes. 1 week player return rate rose from 28% to 62%. Replay rate of campaigns increased almost 4 times. For Valve, these numbers were pure gold. The longer a game lives, the higher the revenue. Proof. In 2009, the company officially reported Left 4 Dead sales surpassing 3 million copies. And Valve directly linked the success to the game's unique structure. Special Infected turned every match into an unpredictable story. Players remembered them, feared them, hated them, and kept coming back. The next step was the final build of the project. Character redesigns, the deal between Turtle Rock and Valve, full transfer of development under Valve, and the release success. When the prototype went viral inside Valve's offices, Gabe Newell made a decision instantly. The project had to be taken under Valve's wing. In early 2008, Valve officially acquired Turtle Rock Studios. The exact sum was never revealed, but industry analysts estimate the deal at $10 to $25 million, based on projected engine sales and future franchise potential. After the acquisition, the team gained full access to Valve's resources. A motion capture, a professional sound studios, facial animation systems, the Half-Life writing team, a Source Engine technical artists. And here the most important stage began. A complete redesign of the survivors. The original models could not handle facial animation and lacked visual identity. Valve wanted characters as instantly recognizable as the cast of Team Fortress 2. So the designs were rebuilt from scratch. A Francis became a brutal biker. A Lewis, an ordinary office worker, for contrast and realism. A Zoe was made more expressive and cinematic. A Bill became a veteran whose age didn't erase his strength. Each hero received real actors and models. Valve organized 360 degrees photo shoots and created highly accurate facial rigs. Around $1.5 million was invested into characters, motion capture, and voice acting. Meanwhile, Half-Life writers Chet Falasek and Eric Woolpole rewrote the campaign structure so every mission felt like a movie episode. When the build was ready, Valve launched a strong marketing push. The No Mercy trailer went viral and brought over 300,000 Steam pre-orders. On November 13, 2008, Left 4 Dead was released. Within 1 year, the game sold over 3 million copies and earned about $150 million, turning co-op shooters into a new industry standard. This wasn't just a game. It was a perfectly assembled blend of style, mechanics, characters, and co-op philosophy.